Okay.
Hey everybody, how are we doing? So, thought we were ready to roll. Had the microphone turned on, and then I panicked and thought it wasn't turned on. Without looking, I turned it off. And then we had a moment of panic, a moment of panic, where then we were like, "Oh no, why is there no audio working?" I turned my microphone off.
Nice.
I thought I turned it on. This is how things go sometimes. So, we got some really neat things behind us today. I'm just gonna jump into them because
Okay.
I just feel like if I don't start talking about it, I'm just gonna start rambling like I do. Let's ramble about the store. February 20th. February 20th, we have our Be Heard clinic. This is gonna be with Alan and Heath. And it's a nice instructional day for you to come in and figure out how to run live sound with digital consoles. This is a great way to ask the questions. Like, don't be afraid to ask questions because the people that are here are going to be able to answer the questions. And sometimes it's super convenient to come to a clinic, to a workshop like this, ask the questions about things you have problems with, because let's be honest, YouTube, Google, Reddit, they can be a headache sometimes trying to find the answer because when it comes to things like this, you may not know how to ask the question correctly. And I'm not knocking on anybody, but there's everyone uses different terminology for the same thing. And then a lot of other people use the same terminology for different things. And so there's a lot of miscombobulated information because you might be saying, you're looking for part A, but part A could do three things. And you're using one word for it, but a different company could use that same word for something else.
One that comes across my mind is TRS.
Yeah, TRS. Is it stereo? Is it balanced? Is it TRS? And you get people that come in all the time. So I need a phono jack. Buddy, we're in 2025. It's just call it an instrument cable. Call it an RCA cable. Learn the ends of your cables. Because when you come into us, it's like, oh, it's a cable that plugs into a thing. I hear that probably 5 times a week. I'm not even exaggerating. That's probably something I get told 5 times a week.
I need a TT.
And then you sit there, and you're like, do you know what your things are? Maybe we can pull up pictures. I have them here. Show me what. So come into the clinic and ask the questions, because sometimes you might find that troubleshooting can be a challenge, but it's only because we're asking the wrong questions, because we're using the wrong terminology. So come on into the clinic, meet the experts, and ask the questions, because this is a great way to learn what you're trying to figure out. Because they'll be the ones that'll walk you through everything. You want to know how to change scenes. You want to know how to save presets. You want to know how to set an easy key button for a tap tempo to control the delay across your entire mixer, even though everything is set to a different level of tempo or a different level of delay. You want to know how to change from 1 to 16 to 17 to 32, all of that. Come to this clinic and get it all figured out. Networking, patching, routing, all that stuff. Come on in and check it out. Even if you don't use this equipment already, and this is a big one, even if you don't use this equipment already, this is a great way to figure out if this is something you should be using. Houses of worship, conference centers, things like that, these are great things to use because you can save all those scenes and presets, and you can just cover every type of service, ministry, meeting, hosting, event. I'm trying to think of another word that's like all those things, but I'm failing to think of one. But you get the point. You can have one scene set up for all these different things that you do, and it's all perfect and ready to go. So coming into our Alan and Heath event, the introductory to digital consoles on February 20th, starting at 5 p.m. here at Island Music Company.
Which means we won't be here, but, we're here.
We'll be here. We're staying open late. So,
yeah.
So even if that's not your thing, maybe you're like, oh, I don't need to learn about digital consoles. Well, it's also worth noting we're going to be open until 8 o'clock. So, you don't want a digital console? Cool. Come on in at 7 o'clock. I'll sell you a guitar. So, win.
Speaking of which,
everybody wins. Speaking of selling you guitars, let's pick up this D28 Satin in this beautiful sunburst. What's nice about the Satin series these Satins, it's not the Satin series. There's still the standard series guitars, but in the Satin finishes on the standard series guitars, it helps you get a high quality Martin. Even just talking behind this, I can hear it resonating so well. Oh, that's gorgeous. It's just ringing that sounds so good. Come buy this guitar. I don't even want to talk about it. That's my sales pitch right there. Listen to me talk behind it, and you'll buy it. This guitar It's from the new standard series from Martin, so it has some updated features. Sleeker, slimmer profile on the bridge. It uses a golden era-esque style of bracing on the inside. It has the nice, column rolled edges on the fretboard. And it has the elongated, what do they call that? Every company, see, this is the thing. Companies call them different things. The diamond neck transition. I think some companies call it a flute. So, see, this is what I'm saying. Different terms, different things. You just got to know what you're looking at. And so that's why it's important to ask questions. So, let's see. Are these in Waverleys or Grovers? Grover open gear tuners. But it's a D28. It just comes in this nice satin finish with the sunburst top. So, spruce top, rosewood body, D28 style on the back. Gorgeous guitar. It's fantastic. Sounds great, plays great. The neck feels awesome. The new standard series upgrades for the Martin guitars have been fantastic. It takes timeless, traditional, classic guitars and makes them even more playable. So come on in and check out the updated standard series from Martin, like this satin sunburst D28. Now something very different from a Martin. This is from LTD. This is the M1000. And I have it on good authority that the M1000 has never existed in the LTD series before. So it's a very new addition to the lineup, modeled pretty closely to the M2 made in Japan. These guitars were specifically only from ESP for a while, and now they have a nice LTD version. This guitar has the Fishman Fluence modern humbucker pickups, alder body, 3-piece maple neck. Yeah, okay, I can see the seam. Yep, 3-piece maple neck. It's a compound radius on the neck, the Floyd Rose bridge, and has the Grover tuners. What's nice about this guitar is that it is coming with Fishman Fluence pickups. ESPs for the longest time, especially the M1000s, were notoriously loaded with EMGs. A lot of ESPs still are. But to come with the Fishman Fluence is a really cool step in a different direction. I don't want to say better, because EMGs are great for one thing, Fishman Fluences are great for another. There's just some tonal qualities that come between the two that one might prioritize one brand over the other. So they're phenomenal guitars. What I really like about it is the Fishman Fluence pickups have a switch internally on like the bottom of the pickup that allows you to switch back and forth between voicings. What's great about this is that you don't have to mess with that because both knobs are push-pull knobs, and it allows you to cycle the voicing on each pickup.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so it's just a phenomenal upgrade to the guitar because some models that come stock with these Fishman Fluence pickups, you have to take the pickups out to change the voicing. And it's so frustrating. So if you're ever dropping a guitar off into our repair shop to have Fluence humbuckers put into it, make sure you let our technician know that you would like the knob to be a push-pull potentiometer, or pot, to change the voicing of the pickup. Otherwise, you got to go through this whole rigmarole of taking the pickup out, flipping the switch. And this is a nice way to get voicing because you can take one guitar and change the tone of the pickups depending on the position switch on your selector.
Yeah.
And it allows you to get all kinds of creativity out of that one guitar. So
You can also use a normal switch, but just with that already being there,
yeah,
the push-pull or the push-push.
yeah, it's fantastic. I am just now like wondering in my head, I was like, it'd be cool if you could somehow connect a kill switch to it. And then you just tap in. But I think they're momentary, so never mind, it doesn't work. They're not latching.
Yeah, no.
So,
no, they're momentary.
While we're still in the LTD bucket, I don't know. While we're still talking about LTD, this is the TL6. It's not something we've highlighted too much around the shop because we also have Acoustasonics, we have the T5, and that's really about it. But these, those highways, which are basically Acoustasonics but just acoustic guitars. There's no back and forth between electric. Those are also from Fender. Those are fun. But the TL6 is just acoustic. There's nothing in this guitar that's going to give you an electric guitar tone or sound. It's all acoustic tones. It's just a thin line style body of guitar to kind of streamline comfortability. Some people don't like putting their arm around a big box of an acoustic guitar. They want something a little easier and lightweight, easier to manage. This would be that option for you. It sounds great. once you plug it in and everything, because it's using Fishman Electronics. It has the TL3 onboard acoustic preamp, but it's also onboard tuner, mahogany body, 3-piece mahogany neck, which is kind of hard to tell from the dark stain, but it is a 3-piece mahogany neck, and you can't go wrong with this finish. That's a nice little finish they got going on there. Looking at Grover Rotomatic tuners. So yeah, great little guitar here from LTD, the TL6. There's a couple people out here in the area that use them for their gigs. And they take all kinds of like pedals and preamps and things like that very well. So, right behind me, this one I didn't take any notes on. It's just a really fun guitar to talk about real quick. This is the GSE Mini Koa Plus. It comes in a shaded edge burst finish. The cool thing about this guitar is that it comes with the ES2 electronics, which is nice because a lot of GS Minis, unless you buy like a special limited edition thing, usually come with their proprietary style pickup. They don't usually put the ES2 into the GS Minis. What's great about this guitar though is it comes with an Aero case. So if we're all familiar with the Aero case, awesome. If not, it's one of the better portable style hard cases or hard bags out there to really exist. Phenomenal quality and craftsmanship on those. You can even buy those separately. So if you have a guitar you really like that you want to maintain, we carry Gator, we carry Mono, but you can also always order a Taylor Aero case. What's nice about this guitar is all the Koa, and it plays really well. It has a phenomenal tone to it, and the ES2 system really helps carry the tone of this guitar from the small package that the GS Mini is to the loud delivery on the other end of everything. So come on in and check out the Taylor GS Mini E Koa Plus. It's like, but yeah, phenomenal guitar. It was actually, we've had it here for a little while. There's some great figuring in the fingerboard too. I really like it there. We've had this one for a little bit, but it was a special order for somebody, and they decided they didn't want it. And so we've pulled it from our hold and special order area, and now is available for you. Whoever I'm pointing at through this video right now, this is for you. Come in and buy it. So, let's move on down the list here. I'm glad these exist again. These are a lot of fun. This is a really hot item, and I know once we get them listed and we showcase them to the world, they won't last very long because I don't think we've ever had one of these in stock for more than a week. They're phenomenal. They didn't make them for the longest time. Epiphone's back to making bluegrass collection instruments again. Epiphone always did a great job with banjos and mandolins, and I'll always remember they had this F-style mandolin and like this butterscotch blonde style finish for the longest time, and I always thought that was really cool. But the Mando Bird is back. This has always been a fun, unique thing. It's only 4 strings, so it's not a true mandolin, because 8 strings would be the mandolin. But it's really nice because 1, it looks like Firebird. It's just a really cool thing. 2, it actually has a Firebird pickup in it. So it's really awesome. You plug it in, you're ready to go. Maybe you've been looking to add electric style guitar components to your ukulele orchestra, and you need to add something to it that's not a huge guitar. Grab the Mando Bird. It'd be a fun way to go. It's also just really fun to say Mando Bird over and over and over again. Even if you have no intention of playing it, look how tiny it is. It's just a small, cute little thing you can hang on your office wall or in your bedroom or in your studio, or it's just a fun little addition for anyone to have for anything that they're doing.
I would love to see someone shred on that.
Coming up soon. We'll do a video tomorrow.
Fine.
Well, we'll get a video rolling tomorrow. Keith and I will both be here, so we'll do something. I think we're down to my last 2 things. All right, so these last 2 I'm very excited about. They're Taylors. But when you look at them head on, they don't really look like Taylors.
Looks like they have a mustache.
It looks like they have mustaches. They're fancy Taylors.
Yes.
So, these guitars are from what's called the Legacy Edition. And Taylor's come out with a couple special editions for 2025. But the Legacy Edition is a callback to when they were starting to build guitars in the 80s. And what's nice about these guitars is they've not only gone back or called up some of these appointments, but they've really taken it to the next level because they're not even using the ES2 electronic system on these guitars. Because in the 80s, the ES2 did not exist.
Yeah.
But it did exist. If not LR Bags, something that was very similar to LR Bags. LR Bags, I don't know your entire history. I just know you make some of the best acoustic pickups and preamps out there.
I was about to pick them, but
yeah. So I don't know that these were the ones that would have been in the guitar. It would have been an LR bag system, but
Yeah.
not maybe this specific one.
Yeah.
They sound great.
Uh-huh.
So together we have the 850. I think it's the 815 and the 855. Let me double check my boxes here. There's so many letters. Yeah, so this is the 855, and then this one up here I think would be the 815. Yes. Now what's great about these, jumbo shape, one's a 12 string, one's a 6 string. Both of these guitars, we're looking at an Indian rosewood back and sides, a solid Sitka spruce top, and the LR Bags Element pickup system, the VTC pickup and preamp system. They've gone pretty authentic on these. The bridges are old school Taylor style bridge, I believe. They have, let's see, yeah, so JM being the jumbo size, so they put that in there to indicate as well. But it's also cool because they haven't done a jumbo in a while. They've had the grand orchestras,
Yeah.
but they haven't done a jumbo in a long time. Also, something they're bringing back, because they're only doing this for models that were from that time period. So they're not bringing in a 12, they're not bringing in a 17, which would be your Grand Concert, your Grand Pacific. The Grand Pacific is your slope shoulder dreadnought. They're not bringing in new current models and giving these appointments. They're only doing guitars that existed then. So we don't have them in stock yet, but there's a Legacy 810. So it'll be Taylor bringing back like the squared shoulder dreadnought guitar again. It'll all have these appointments. It's gonna have the white binding. It's gonna have the same inlay work. The logo and the headstock is just slightly varied back to how they were, just slightly a little different. Faux tortoiseshell pickguard, the green abalone rosette and inlay work. So they did a phenomenal job on these. I'm super excited for them. Taylor has been around for quite a while now. I believe last year was the 50th
Yeah.
anniversary year for them, and we had some great guitars come through the shop for them there.
They're just extending right now.
Just extending. They're doing some great work out there, and so I'm excited about these Legacy Edition guitars. You guys will all have to, come on in, check them out, see if that might be the new guitar for you. So I believe that covers everything that's up here on the wall, but we'll do our little rundown like we normally do. So we have our Martin D28 satin sunburst finish. We have the LTD M1000 with the Fishman Fluence pickups. Legacy 855E, it's a 12-string jumbo body. We have the Taylor GS Mini, the long name, the GS Mini E Koa Plus with the ES2 electronic system. We have the E15, the 815E Legacy from Taylor. We have the TL6 from LTD, and we have the Mando Bird from Epiphone. Mando Bird just sounds like a superhero. Like, it's just...
And a bird.
See? Yeah. See? Now we're going to get sued because someone probably owes that melody. So...
It's not long enough.
No, it's not. So as always, I want to thank Stringjoy for sponsoring our show and sponsoring the shop here for the Stringjoy Service Center. If you have a guitar that needs restrung, set up, pickups need realigned, anything like that, we're happy to do that work for you. Bring it into our Stringjoy Service Center. By default, unless there's a very specific set of strings you want on your guitar will be restrung with a very, very high quality, great to play, excellent to the feel and touch of set of Stringjoy strings. So thank you again, Stringjoy, for setting us up there. And come on in and buy the Epiphone Mando Bird. This is obviously the thing I'm most excited about today. So come on in, buy the Epiphone Mando Bird before somebody else does. You will regret it if someone else gets it before you. And like every week, I'm Jack.
I'm Jake.
This was Live at 5. See you next week.
See you.